Oh, hey, don't mean to bother you. You know where the G.I. Joe Ninja Force section is?
Around the corner somewhere.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Original shipper.
It's an original Bravestarr shipper.
He's going on the pile.
GoBots are cool too.
Subscribe again!
And we are back for another toy hunting trip. The weather is scorching hot, which is great weather to go vintage toy hunting, right? We're going all the way down to the southeast of the Netherlands to Limburg, which is going to be quite a drive, but it's going to be worth it because we're going back to old school toys in Horst. It's going to be quite a drive, but it's going to be worth it because we're going hunting with my Belgian brother Ed, and he has a very special guest with him from the US of A. It's none other than the one of the faces on the toy hunting, YouTubing Mount Rushmore. It's Pixel Dan. So I need to get my butt to Limburg quick.
Yeah.
If you're making that trip.
Yeah.
So I was looking around for another toy show the weekend before.
Yeah, all the Ninja Force. I haven't even found. Where's that? I need to find it.
Where are you? And you came off though, so it's like,
That's kind of a great story.
And there they were, Pixel Dan and his lovely wife Christina, and it's such a trip to see them outside of their rectangular YouTube box. I mean, I've spent so much time during the pandemic binge watching Pixel Dan's content that I almost feel this sort of familiarity, but it's one-sided, of course, because we've never met. But they're lovely people, so I'm gonna let everybody do their toy hunting, and then later I'm gonna sneak in some questions and maybe get my book signed.
These Turtles masks up here.
oh no.
With like the Turtles 3 like mouth guards on them.
No way.
How cool are those?
See, I let you alone for one moment and you're already spawning crazy stuff.
Look at those.
Oh, I need that.
You need it.
Well, no, like
The doors are open.
There's several
To
of them in
open
there.
it, it's,
you can need it as well.
Is this open?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here.
Now I was trying my best not to fangirl out too much, but of course I wanted to get my inner Sean Evans on and ask Pixel Dan some questions.
You see my knee shaking?
Okay.
This is, dude, no kidding though, this is kind of cool. It's a kind of cool moment.
I'm really happy, man. That's awesome.
Alright, lights, camera, action.
What a person to run into here in Horst at Old School Toys. It's the writer, wrestler, founding father of toy culture on YouTube.
Whoa.
It's Pixel Dan.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's nice to meet you, man. This is so fun.
So for the two viewers, the casuals that don't know who you are yet,
Welcome to the channel.
like, share, subscribe. Could you, for those two people, could you give a little bit of intro of why I'm excited to see you?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess I make toy videos on YouTube, and I've been doing it for a really long time because I'm an old man now. Like I've been doing this since like 2008, which blows my mind that it's been so long. But yeah, I've done a lot of cool things in that time. I wrote the official guide to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe action figures, which is one of my Like, that's my baby right there. That was one of the coolest opportunities I've ever had, and I worked very hard on that. So it's really cool to like see you holding it and bringing it to the store. That never gets old. Like, I love that. And
He literally wrote the book.
I literally wrote the book on He-Man. Yeah.
Amazing.
Me and a lot of people helped with this. I always want to make sure I give full credit to everybody that helped me out.
So, how much of these photographs are from your own amazing collection, and how much are like from friends and others?
It's a good mixture of stuff. So I'll tell you, a lot of the Masters of the Universe classics in this book is directly out of my collection, because I had a lot of that all available, and it was easy to do. But a lot of the other stuff, I really relied on fans from all over the country. Well, even went into Canada too. So like US and Canada, because it was one of those things where I wanted to shoot as much in bulk as I could at a time. So we found collectors that had like the most stuff, and then we would just go to their house and shoot everything that they had. And it worked out really great because, you know, with MOTU, there's so many different lines. So we always found those collectors, like we found just the person that cared about 2000X, or just the person, like we met a wonderful lady in Florida who had just like the best She-Ra collection I had ever seen. And everything in the She-Ra section of the book all came from her, because her collection was amazing. So getting to meet these fans and like see what they focused on with their collecting and their collections was the highlight for me of this journey. It was really cool.
Yeah. And there's a new book coming out, right?
Yeah, so we're getting ready to launch the Toys of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, an unofficial guidebook, but gonna do the same kind of thing. It's gonna cover everything for the vintage Ninja Turtles line, because it's so much bigger than He-Man. So we're just starting with vintage toys, and it's divided over 2 volumes, and volume 1 goes on pre-order very soon, so stay tuned. Yeah.
Ooh. Depending on when this video goes live?
Yeah, might already be up.
Link
if
down
it's
below.
already up, click that link, order it.
Nice, man. Nice. And recently, people that have been watching your videos know about your blooming passion for G.I. Joe Ninja Force. Those very neon-colored 90s G.I. Joes.
I love them.
Ninja Force! The Joes lose again, Scarlet!
You're the one that just rolled Snake Eyes.
It's the G.I. Joe Ninja Force with real ninja moves!
How do you feel that you, by yourself, have reignited the demand for those?
Sometimes I feel like it's a superpower that's like a dangerous superpower to have. Like, I don't always like that, because I mean, like, I love introducing people to toys that they might have been overlooking, right? Like, that's always kind of what this thing has been about. Like, if you go back and look at my earliest videos, I was talking about things like food fighters and computer warriors, right? Yeah. So my whole thing is like, look at how cool these toys are, and I love introducing people to that. On the flip side, sometimes I make things more expensive, and I don't like that superpower. Like, I always feel like we were talking a little bit earlier, when I first decided to finally like dive in and get that Ninja Force Artan. Like, I was at a Toylanta. And I found one on card there for like $25, right? And I was like, that's an easy $25 US, drop that, get the carded figure, this is awesome. Now I want all of these. But over the course of the last like 3 years, I mean, he's like an $80 figure now, and I kind of feel like that's my fault, and I'm very sorry.
It's a power you need to wield responsibly.
I know.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility, I guess.
Speaking of powers, you dabble in wrestling, right?
I do.
As Spencer Powers.
That's correct. Yeah.
Of course, named after your son, right?
Well, so my son technically was kind of like named after me, I guess, because so I started training to be a pro wrestler right out of high school back in 2000.
Wow,
year
right.
2000. And here.
Oh, what's this? Is this for sale?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's my official action figure, my Major Bendy, which this wouldn't have happened without guys like Matt Cardona and Brian Myers and Mark Sterling. The Major Bendy's toy line is amazing. And of course, my friend Val Staples, who also worked with me on this book. Like, they kind of surprised me with this whole thing, which was amazing. But wrestling was like, that was my thing before I was Pixel Dan, right?
Oh, really?
So
I thought
like,
came after.
No, yeah. So like, my first wrestling match happened in 2001 or 2002, and then through the early 2000s, like basically all through my 20s, like every weekend I was in a different town wrestling. Like, that's what I did, and I loved it, and I was always passionate about it. And you know, there was there was always that consideration of like, do I want to go and like do this professionally? I worked the indies for a long time, but then, you know, kind of like life changes. Like I met my wife and that changed things, right? Met Christina and we settled down and had a family, and then like the Pixel Dan thing kind of came after that, right?
Wow.
So yeah, so I still do it because I love it. I'm very passionate about wrestling. It's something I'm always gonna be into. So I don't have as many matches these days because also I'm like old now. I'm 43, and like every bump I take feels like I'm closer to my last bump. Like it hurts when you're older. But I love being involved in the local shows still.
Yeah.
So anytime I get a chance to like be involved, I want to be involved because it's in my blood. It's never gonna go away. Yeah.
And is Spencer cued in, or do you keep a kayfabe at home?
He's pretty cute in. You know, I'll be honest, like after I had the kids, both of them, and started bringing them to wrestling shows, I always had that fear of like, I don't want to scare my kids and like make them think like, oh, their dad's getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I kind of did the thing where I was like, these are daddy's friends. We're all friends. We're putting on a show. I kind of like, I broke kayfabe for my kids, but I didn't want my kids to be scared, right? So my oldest son never really cared about me wrestling. He's not into it. It's just something I've always done.
Yeah.
My youngest son thinks wrestling is the coolest, so that's amazing. Like I get to like,
nice.
he's my wrestling buddy. I get to do that with my youngest son.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
That's nice.
It's very fun. Very fun.
And did you find that with interacting with so many wrestlers and wrestling for so long yourself, does this sort of wrestling promo skill creep into your YouTubing?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
In fact, I feel like all of my experience in wrestling is what gave me the confidence to even start doing YouTube stuff. Like, because learning to be in front of a crowd and perform in front of a crowd, like a live audience, and talking and all that stuff, like that's what gave me the confidence to essentially do public speaking, right? And so when it was time to like turn on a camera and start talking, it felt a lot more natural because I was used to doing it in front of a live crowd. So doing it to a camera is even easier for me. So yeah, I actually give all the credit to my training in wrestling for like why I do this, why I can do this.
As a beginning YouTuber, like as a rookie numbers YouTuber compared to the master here, what tips could you give first off for toy hunting, and secondly, is there a tip you can give for a beginning YouTuber who wants to grow his channel?
Okay, so let me see. So I'm going to start with the YouTube part of it, because the biggest piece of advice I feel like I could give everybody is to like be genuine in what you're doing, okay? Because if you are enjoying what you're doing on YouTube, people can feel that on the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
And it really does make all the difference, right? If you're passionate about something, go for it. Go all in, show that passion, that bleeds through. And you may not like get tons of views overnight, but like you're going to build a following that way. And then that will just keep going and keep going. And as long as you're having fun, that's the most important thing. So that's always my biggest advice I can give to people is just like, don't, like, there's algorithms to worry about and there's trends and all that kind of stuff, but like do what you like to do, because that is always going to be the most important thing.
So
I think
authenticity over the algorithm.
That's what I feel. And like, look, I know you're talking about me being a big YouTuber and everything, but like I'm still like not as big as a lot of YouTubers, right? Like I work a full-time job, you know, YouTube's just a thing that I do on the side, but I am proud of all the work I've done on YouTube. I enjoy everything, and I love stuff like this, like meeting people who watch my stuff, who buy the book and everything like that. To me, that's rewarding, and that's what I'm in it for. Nice. So, you know, I mean, your mileage may vary depending on what you're going for. Toy hunting, I don't know, like toy hunting is kind of the same way, and I'm really trying to focus more on the things I'm buying these days. Like I used to be so bad, and this is a bad example because we're in Europe and I'm grabbing everything, right? but I try not to be the guy that's just like, I need that, I need that, I need that. I try to go into these things with like a list of things that I know that I want to add to my collection. And if I see some other things that kind of fit in, I can grab those too. But I try real hard to stay focused. So like if you kind of have like a idea of the things you're looking for, I think buying the things that are important for your collection rather than buying quantity is always the better option. Okay. So so
focus into your niche.
Yes, find your niche, find the things that you really want to add to your collection, and go find them. It's fun hunting them.
Yeah.
And then when that moment comes where you find the thing you've been looking for, it's such a sweeter reward.
True.
Because you've spent that time like tracking it down.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, thanks so much.
You're
Dan.
very welcome,
And we're gonna sign the book. It's gonna.
Absolutely.
Really excited about this.
Absolutely.
Really excited. Keep it together, Fitz. Keep it together. So no, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Man. Yeah, of course.
Pixel Dan, everybody, go check Pixel Dan out. If you're not already, of course you're already subscribed to Pixel Dan. Who am I kidding?
Do it anyway. Subscribe again.
First thing I picked up was this GoBot's scooter, or Machine Robo MR16. Now this guy has been on the list for quite a while, so I was really happy to find it with nice pristine stickers and everything. And of course, Scooter was the annoying kid appeal character in the GoBots cartoon, but as a toy his transformation is amazing, and he just looks so 80s as this Japanese little scooter. I really like him. Maturity is being able to admit that GoBots are cool too. And I also picked up this baggie of G1 Throttlebots from my good friend Gameboy64. Go check out his account, Gameboy64.
Flavored? Even better. I'm in.
So these are the split seconds, which is the last line of M.A.S.K before it got cancelled, and they did this thing where they would basically cost the figure twice. Once painted and once as a hologram.
Yeah.
Nice and cheap. And they split into two vehicles. So this one's really nice. It's one of the prettier ones because of the big Dune buggy, maybe a bug thing. And they all got these really funky, almost like monster-like masks in this line.
Oh yeah.
Like organs and animalistic.
Oh, that's cool.
And this one's really nice. This specific one is the yellow variant. It's a little sun faded.
Oh, it's sun faded. Okay.
It's really hard to
I was
find.
like, really?
Nice and light.
Oh, it's okay. So it's pretty common for it to get.
Yeah.
coloration
I've had like
on there.
3 of these, and I kept like upgrading them to get a whiter one.
Oh, cool.
And I even sold one to market. And these helmets, they will go brittle over time. So the big question is always, is the helmet still squishy or is it completely hardened?
Oh, okay.
Because they get so hardened that like the slightest pressure will just
We'll break them.
disintegrate them.
Yikes.
So before,
After. Oh no.
You can sell it as a puzzle.
yeah, I'm so glad you
Can
did that
sell it as a
yourself.
puzzle.
These just go hard over time, and it's really hard to find them where they're still this soft.
These two, the detonator and the stiletto, as it's called, are like 2 of the great ones from the.
Let's say the detonator is my favorite for sure. I do like this one too, though. Fire Force. I like
Yeah.
I like the green. That's really
He
cool.
splits apart and it comes. The front becomes sort of a trike, like
Yeah.
a free-wheeled motorcycle.
Oh, these are cool.
And it's weird,
Oh my
like
gosh.
Spanish conquistador helmet inspired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
These
then,
are cool.
and then the Wolf Beast is also one that's very much in demand, which is the last vehicle for Miles Mayhem.
Oh my god, look at him. Look at his outfit.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's going to the Thunderdome.
killer. Oh, the spikes on the tires.
It's amazing, right?
They're so good.
So
These
you-
are incredible.
So do you have any mask in your collection?
I have one. It's an orange, because it's not. It's an orange car, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
like
and then I
tow
got.
truck.
Oh, and I got this guy right here.
Yeah.
Condor.
And it was so cool to be able to just chat to Pixel Dan about these toy lines like Kenner M.A.S.K, which I know quite a bit about, and I got to share some knowledge with the man, which was amazing. I think it piqued his interest. He walked away with a bunch of toys, but one of the things he picked up, which you can check out in his video of this visit, is the M.A.S.K detonator, which I also have over here. And I think he made this choice because it kind of looks like it's Ed's Retro Geek Out themed. Look at those colors.
What you got there, Ed?
Inflatable He-Man.
Oh my god.
Oh, monster. Inflatable monster.
Oh, okay. I don't want this video to get flagged.
Well, he's wearing his whatever he's wearing.
Oh my god, why do you exist?
Why not? He's going on the pile.
Old School Toys is already awesome, but at some point Mark, the shop owner, invited us to his storage room for some backroom toy digging. I mean, how can we say no?
Oh, it feels so nice and cool in here.
Shipper box?
For Bravestarr?
Yes.
Whoa!
Original shipper box.
It's an original Bravestarr shipper.
How does an original shipper box get here in the Netherlands?
I bought it from an Italian. It was her last Bravestarr figure. She said, I included original box. I don't know if you're interested. So, oh, thank you. That's even better than the figure.
Oh, hey, there's a little mighty. No, biker mice, dude.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Oh, wow.
He's supposed to be on that bike.
Oh, there's a bike right there.
Oh, hello.
What you got there?
It's a Black Megatron.
What?
The reissue of the Black Megatron, but still.
But still.
And at some point it was time to leave this very hot and sweaty storage room behind and be on our way. Ed and Dan and Christina had some more toy hunting to do and I had to get on home. But I want to thank Ed for inviting me and I want to thank Mr. Pixel Dan for signing the book. Really happy with that. Honored, actually. And of course, I want to thank Joep and Mark of Old School Toys in Horst. Thanks so much for your hospitality. I look forward to seeing you again at Retro Heaven in Belgium. Hey, I want to thank you for watching this episode of Toy Hunting where I got to be a big fanboy with Pixel Dan. Like, share, subscribe. We'll be back with more toy hunting videos. We've got Retro Heaven coming up. We've got Toyplosion coming up. We have Vintage Toys of the Universe coming up. So subscribe so you don't miss it. As always, be kind, keep it mint in mind.